know, that's been here since yesterday.
I thought maybe right here would be, I don't know, are you live streaming or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody needs to actually see. I think they just wish to hear.
Well, the camera's back there, so
Great,
they
then
will
that's
see.
perfect.
And the mic is here, so they will.
Perfect.
So in terms of them not, well, the nice thing is you're going to be right in front here, so I think that'll block the view for the live stream. Yeah.
Oh, you guys wouldn't have to go to the second hour.
No one's gonna be able to zoom in.
No, it's a pretty wide view from the
Yeah. Yes, we've seen the back of people's heads when we watched
Yeah, as long as you think that it's not going to be,
Yeah.
yeah.
I spoke to Rebecca, she's from Rebecca. No, Rachel.
Siegel? Is it Siegel? Yeah, Maximum. Yeah, the classes with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The whole practice is trans.
I know, amazing.
So-
Yeah. She just.
Yeah, she's really interesting. They're not members, but they're probably planning to. I think.
They'll dip in soon.
Did it feel stuffy in here?
Yes.
Right under the fan, so it's,
Wait, maybe get a little bit there.
perfect. It's just in mod.
I didn't see her.
One right there. He has, oh no, he has three.
He's got three.
He does. Who else is here? My brother Carl.
Wow, you thought he did good. Yeah, I know. It's a great grandma times three now.
Hey, Michelle.
Three.
Congrats.
Three, yeah.
Thanks, you. Hey, how are you?
So glad to see you guys.
Never made it.
Where are you from?
Florida,
Oh my gosh.
Delray Beach.
Oh my gosh. My son has 5 half siblings in Delray.
Really?
Yeah, he's Jesse Feigenbaum, she's a realtor down there, and Joe. I had quadruplets plus another one or something.
Right. I mean, he'll be happy. He'll be happy. We'll be happy. He slept like the night last night when he was up playing with that. And said, "Come on, let's go." And he was scared. Snuffed him.
In Delray.
They live in Delray, yeah. But he's got like 30 half siblings, so. What are 5 more?
Good to see you.
Hey, Dad, how are you?
So sweet. We just got out of the bathroom, grabbed a little towel. No, it's perfect.
Yeah, you saved the trips, right? Hi, Tom Brown. You too. Welcome. Good. Your grandma's were not that point. Good. Good.
Yeah, we thought it would be nice.
Right? That was their voice. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's a smaller report than
Well,
privacy.
it is.
Yeah, okay, no, it's that, yeah, it's small and McGuire, right?
Am I in your way with my stuff here?
Wait after this.
No idea. We just have to do it.
Yeah, good for you. I'm so tired. I'm like, how do we do this?
And did you need to see the certificate or you don't have that?
I didn't know it.
And they were gonna wrap the baby in his great grandmother's tummy at the end of it. We walked in that time. For the,
Congratulations, I'm great. Same to you.
I'm great, thank you. I know.
Congratulations.
I thought you looked great size. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, good thing you travel for it.
Car, sorry.
John has it, yes.
You walk in together, come on over. And then, one of you is gonna be ending up sitting here. It's a very creaky chair.
It's our chair, yeah.
So you should know from
Yes,
this.
yes.
So you'll just hold the baby and he'll be wrapped in his tummy.
Okay.
And then when I come to get him at the right time, we're going to do a prayer shot.
Okay.
So we're very ceremonies and we're gonna drink it over the table.
Okay.
Yeah. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna start out back here, walking down together.
Okay.
And the way you'll know it's time to come in is when I'm doing this.
Okay. Oh, God.
That I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
One
know,
of us sits in the chair.
and one of you will sit in the chair holding the baby. You guys can arm wrestle, but I mean, yeah, but just hold on to that towel what's will be wrapped in.
Okay.
And then at the very end of that.
Okay. Any questions?
You know, and then at the right time we'll cue you also for
Okay.
when you wish to read the
Little blessing, yeah, okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for the anesthetic? Yes. Okay, see Michelle.
You need me for this?
Yes, yes, this is our practice run, so there's the pacifier. So anytime, Michelle, he opens his mouth, I know you're an expert, dip it in the sugar water, have him suck, 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 suck. But then during the actual ceremony, it'll be in the grape juice, so we'll do that, make sure that's something divine. It will get sticky, it'll get everywhere, and that's fine. Okay. And to get rid of he's gonna have some strength, so just hold out and down, and keep the little toes out of the way.
But you don't have to put your head in that, so.
You ready, Mom? So anytime he starts to talk, just give him some sugar water. You guys don't have to watch unless you wish to. You're welcome to.
We know he's in good hands.
You're so sweet. Oh, my sweet faced baby. You're so gorgeous.
I don't think that's happening.
I don't know if he will or not, but it's
No, he might surprise us.
he might surprise. The bigger the child, the less likely that is.
That
but-
makes sense.
Okay, so keep talking.
Yeah,
Would
maybe
you like
that
something
one.
sweet to eat?
I see the grandma's pretty.
I don't think about that.
Okay, don't watch us do it all.
Do you have it? Do you have it? Yeah, it's in there.
So what would it be to?
We got they do the last 2 days off.
I'm just gonna have you hold his hands up and down, just like so really firm, and keep the little toes out of the way there. So he'll feel a little stick and a burn here, this one right. You got it?
Yep.
You do alcohol swab there. I would have a discussion about this. As long as he's second, as he can be. Great kid. You chose a good one.
Great. What do you feel like? I'm so
Great every session.
What do you think?
He's not free yet.
He's not free yet?
He's not three yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a really special soul. I hope that portends good tidings. You can look later. So just remember, it's going to be like 2 minutes of procedure. There's a lot of prep in there. It'll feel like
But it did.
20 minutes. Just hang in there. Did you start to feel loose or anything? Did you want to take off your jacket? Was it more comfortable? I know I'm hot, so I was like,
I make them more worried about it.
I understand, okay. Let's do this, let's keep this real gentle.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, where did that beautiful tummy go? Oh, I see. Would you be holding on to him just right before?
Yeah, of course.
This is the most stunning. Oh my gosh, Tony, I've seen this. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to wrap him so that.
So he's not scratched by
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I'm gonna kind of hide that behind if that's okay, but it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I'll put it upside down this way just so that you don't get there. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this. So we don't miss it. And then what, I'm gonna switch out the sugar water for the
And the Shevitz.
Oh my goodness. And then Karen and Don, you get the next best part.
I think we're-
Yeah.
But it's not two yet. I don't think there are some other people coming
We
in.
have a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. If you want to do more, feel free.
He seems like he's okay.
So I need him.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are the best team. You've done this one for
It looks like some other blouse have showed up.
We're coming from 3 different directions.
They go to 2 different schools. As Diana questioned that we heard, and
Oh,
so
yes.
that was so funny.
Yeah. It took me a while to get what he
Me
was
too.
saying.
Matters, but it's more important. Right.
I did actually think myself when I first did Pesach services to say, okay, so the most interesting questions in the segment. Someone said his 5-year-old grandchild said, who's Anu and why does everyone want him to die?
That was so funny. And yes, I get it.
Yeah.
That's funny. You see it. Yeah. I work in a family medicine clinic and I have a lot of Israeli patients, and sometimes when the kids are misbehaving, I'll say, Dad, like that. And then my medical assistant just shudders. I'm like, oh, that just seems
The very first time we went to Israel was 1974. And we had family on the kibbutz and all little kids. And my mother had that reaction because they're talking to him, die.
Right. You're just misbehaving. Come on.
I say that to both sometimes. I don't think they'll think I want
Our
to
children,
do that.
one is.
Was anyone else there?
So we're gonna switch to the.
We are on the, so I switched it over, it's pretty cool.
Oh, the sugar water.
No, they don't like it here.
We had a whole
It's like,
garage and
Well,
Oh, wherever you want to. Oh, let me just read her. I just thought that way people could see them on Zoom. Like out of the way. If you guys want to sit there, sit down, let's sit here.
Mazel Tov, welcome everybody. Mazel Tov, Chag Sameach. Very, very auspicious and beautiful to be having this celebration of life on the first day of a festival which celebrates life and new beginnings and all of the things that we associate with the Passover holiday as we begin it. And so it feels very beautiful and timely. There's so many different ways that we can connect it, but I'm not going to say too much right now about that, except that if it wasn't for the holiday, we would be in the week of the Torah portion called Shmini, which is about the 8th day. And here we are on the 8th day of this matzah ball's life, soon to be fully given an identity in the Jewish community. So we're very excited. Welcome everybody. Mazel Tov. I think Izzy has 3 great-grandparents here. Is that right?
That's right.
Which is pretty amazing. So what a blessing to have that.
Yeah.
One at home.
Some people don't even have grandparents. To have grandparents and great-grandparents is a true blessing. And one watching on live stream, yes? Yes, the 4th great-grandparent, Mazel Tov. Hope you can hear and see us. So Katie's parents, Don and Karen, are going to bring the baby in, and as we bring the baby in, I invite everybody, if you would like to just join in a simple melody as we bless this beautiful baby with this presence of angels surrounding him. Ya 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 great-grandparent's talit, and his great-grandfather Jake's talit, Neil's father, so there's even more presence of great-grandparent energy, which is beautiful. I think his grandparents are going to offer a blessing, right?
Excuse the paper bag that I wrote it up. I have planned on using it electronically, but our hearts are with you as you begin this magical journey. I wish you both patient in times when it's short, understanding in times of strife, strength when you are weary, laughter frequently, and happiness in the world and amongst yourselves. Savor this experience. We are in your corner.
Amen. Baruch haba, baruch haba.
This is the chair of Elijah. May his memory be for good. Elijah is pretty familiar to all of us at this point, especially on the heels of last night. He was the pretty grouchy prophet who turned into this harbinger of the Messianic era. And it is hard not to see the connection. She comes to every Brit Milah ceremony. So maybe this is the child who's going to usher us in.
Busy week for him.
He's busy. The Jewish Santa Claus comes to everyone. But maybe this is the child that, with what you teach him as family and what you offer him as a community, that this is the child that will tilt the scale to the Messianic age. And may that be soon and very soon.
Amen. Can we sing Eliyahu? Sing as
Yes,
we think
please.
it's summer, because many of us brought the presence of Eliyahu with Elijah the prophet to our Seder's last night. Just feel like that was moved by what Dr. Suskin just said, and we should bring the energy of Eliyahu. Eliyahu Anavi, Eliyahu Atishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agiladi, B'meira v'yameinu, Ya'avo Eloheinu, in Mashiach ben David, in Mashiach ben David.
Blessed with the gift of new life, we feel privileged to participate in the miracle of creation. We feel enormous gratitude for the special gift of our son. Through Brit Milah, we celebrate his entry into our family and our community.
I'm going to have you read this.
We have shared love and pain. And we hope that our son will grow to cherish these traditions. The generations of parents before us, we joyfully bring our son into the covenant of circumcision.
Wonderful.
Amen.
Great. So it is the parents' mitzvah to do their baby's circumcision. Now, would you like to do this yourselves, or would you prefer that I would
Lots of miracles. Thank you so much.
Good choice.
We appreciate the offer.
Okay, thank you.
He's in good hands, I promise you.
Yeah, so I'll get hold of his legs out and down. So at the time of the baby's circumcision, they say that his cries will reach the divine ear. So if there are any blessings that you wish to offer this baby, this family, this community, this world, please call them out. Or if you're more comfortable, please hold them in your heart. I, for one, wish this baby a good sense of humor about today. Obviously, perfect healing and strength. And if others wish to hold it in their hearts, Rabbi Mark, would you mind reading us in Nigu? Or Eliyahu, or whatever you wish. Almost there. Baruch haTal Eloheinu melech haolam asher k'disham b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lamud et hagerim.
Amen.
Would you two wish to read that prayer at the bottom of the page? If it's not there, it's at the other side there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher k'disham b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu
L'hachniso.
l'chniso b'brito shel Avraham Avinu.
Amen.
Would you like to translate that for everybody?
Absolutely. Blessed by the presence whose sanctity fills our lives, we bring your son into the covenant of Abraham, our father.
אמן. כשם שנכנס לברית, כן ייכנס לתורה ולחופה ולמעשים טובים. Amen. Just as this beautiful little one has entered into the covenant, so may he enter into a life of Torah, of, please God, one day standing on a chuppah, and of Masim Tovim, doing good things with his hands and his heart and his mind, and to create the kind of world that Eliyahu would want to come to. He's perfect. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, bo'eh pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kideshiti biveten, v'chol pitzor sham tzedtzach chatam, bo'ot pri kodesh. Ahalkem b'schazot, el chai chelkeinu tzurenu, tzareh lahatzil yedidut, sha'areinu mishachat, למען בריתו אשר שם בבשרנו, ברוך אתה אדוני כורת את הברית. And now it is my amazing honor to give this baby matzo ball the name with which he will be known among the community of Jewish people. אלוהינו ולאבותינו, קיים את הילד הזה לאביו ולאמו, ויקרא שמו בישראל. ינקל שביט בן איחוד יבין וקטרין רות. יהי שמח האב ביוצא חלציו, ותגל עמו בפרי בטנה. ככתוב, ישמח אביך ואמך, ותגל יולדתך, ונאמר ועבור עלייך פארי מתבוססת בדמייך, ואומר לך בדמייך חיי, ואומר לך בדמייך חיי, ונאמר זכר לעולם בריתו, דבר ציווה לאלף דור, אשר כרת את אברהם ושבועתו ליצחק, ויעמדה ליעקב לחוק לישראל ברית עולם. ונאמר וימול אברהם את יצחק בנו בן 8 ימים כאשר ציווה אותו אלוהים. All of which is to say, in short, that he will be known among the people of Israel as Yankel Shavit, son of Ehud Yavin and Catherine Ruth, and may that name carry him forward into this world with many blessings of his heritage, linking the past and the present and the future. And before we hear from his parents something about the significance of those names, I invite you to repeat after me words that we said many times over the Seder and again in our services this morning, a line of enormous thanksgiving. Hodol Adonai ki tov, ki leolam chasto. Hodol Adonai ki tov, ki leolam chasto. And one more for luck. Hodol Adonai ki tov, ki leolam chasto. Zeh hakaton Yankel Shavit, gadol yihye, כשם שנכנס לברית, כן ייכנס לתורה לחופה למעשים טובים. Amen. This beautiful little person who now carries the name Yankel Shavit, may he grow into a big, strong person, and just as he has entered into the Brit, into the covenant, so may he enter into a life of Torah, sacred study, of chuppah, of loving and sacred relationship, and Masim Tovim, of always doing good things with his heart and his hands and his mind. Amen. Amen. And now we would love to invite you guys to share something about his names or anything else that you want to share.
We wanted to share a little bit about his English name and his Hebrew name because we can't Oh, go closer to the microphone.
Yes. that's a good idea.
Hi, Grandma Sheila.
Hi, Grandma Sheila.
So we'll start with his English name. Izzy's English first name comes from my great-grandfather Isidore Finkelstein, known to everyone as Izzy. I had the exceedingly rare experience of knowing 3 great-grandparents and 1 step-great-grandma well into my teenage and young adult years. There is something indescribably magical about great-grandparents. And we treasure that Izzy is coming into this world to have 4 living great-grandparents. Shar, Sheila, Diane, and Dawn, thank you for shaping generations of love in this family. My great-grandpa Izzy lived to be 102 years old, and he loved every day of his life. He exuded so much joy, and his memory carries that joy for me and so many people in my family. I never laugh as hard as I do telling stories of Grandpa Izzy's assisted living escapades. But my relationship with Grandpa Izzy was more than visits to Florida or learning that LOL apparently means lots of love in addition to laughing out loud. For me, Grandpa Izzy made me feel seen even when I was timid. When I came out as transgender as a teenager, I did not want to tell my great-grandparents because I thought they would be confused. My grandparents, Diane and Dawn, knew better and broached the conversation on my behalf. To my shock, I received an email from Grandpa Izzy. Yes, my 90-something great-grandfather communicated primarily via email. It was a homemade e-card that said, "An ace is the best card in the deck. Ace will always be the best in my book. I love you, Grandpa Izzy." Izzy, we hope that you always feel seen and celebrated the way I did by Grandpa Izzy, and we wish you a long life that you truly love living.
Shah. Izzy's middle name, Izzy's English middle name is Shah, in honor of my 8th grade English teacher. Stephen Shaw was a force of a human whose time on this earth was far too short, but his impact will live on forever. I met Stephen, more affectionately known as Shaw, his first year teaching at Louisville Middle School, and his impact was felt the minute I walked into his classroom. He had quite the personality, or as I like to say, poisonality. He was loud, unapologetically himself, and wild, but all in the best ways. He made you believe you could do anything, and he'd be right behind you cheering you on. He was one of the first teachers I had that held me to higher standards than I thought I was capable of. I remember submitting an admittedly subpar paper to him and having him pull me aside and basically say, "You're better than this, so do better," but in a way that was so kind and encouraging. It was in his class that my best friend Katie C. and I completed our National History Day project, still my nerdy claim to fame. We ended up somehow making it to the national competition happening over the summer in Maryland. It just so happened that Shaw was visiting family in the area around the time of the competition. He took time away from that family vacation to come support us at the competition, homemade cow shirt and all. Shaw embodied the very best of what it means to be a teacher. Teachers are an integral part of our lives. Pick any person out of our friends and family, and there's a 50-50 chance that they are a teacher. With this name, we honor Stephen Shaw and the impact that teachers in our lives have made on countless students. Izzy, we hope that you have people who take you seriously through every phase of your life, and we hope that you have people in your life who have a lasting impact and embrace the lasting impact you have on others.
Okay.
Izzy's Hebrew first name, Yankel, is in honor of my grandpa Jake. It is especially fitting that Izzy's bris falls on Passover. If you know me at all, you know that at least 32% of my personality is my love of this holiday, and 100% of that love comes from Grandpa Jake. Passover is so saturated with my memories of my grandpa, and at the very top of the list for me is Grandpa Jake teaching me to make charuset. For the many years we traveled to New York for the Seders, it would be our moment together. I could still picture him asking my Grandma Sheila to taste it, and then immediately adding another splash of Manischewitz and dash of cinnamon as soon as she walked away. My grandpa would absolutely love to see the next generation continuing on his traditions. Grandpa Jake sparked a love of Jewish tradition in me, but he is also the source of so much of my Jewish moral compass. One of his favorite sayings was, "Everyone makes their own Shabbos." He believed that there was a place for everyone in Judaism, and that our community is strongest when we recognize the intention, the care, and the meaning that people ascribe to their own practices instead of predetermining what is meaningful for other people. Grandpa Jake's emphasis on community was not limited to Jewish spaces. He was friends with everyone. He would drive across town 3 times to go to 4 supermarkets, yes, to get the best deal on produce, but also to check in with his favorite cashier. He truly saw people and cared about their lives, even if he only had brief interactions with them. When I met my father-in-law, Don, I immediately recognized that he shared this quality. Every person has value. Every person's story is worth listening to. Izzy, we hope you always feel at home in our traditions and our community. We hope you meet this world and everyone in it with a spirit of value and care.
Izzy's Hebrew middle name, Shavit, means comet. Of course, it's connected to his English middle name of Shah, but it carries so much more for us. Like a shooting star, the name Shavit carries with it a feeling of wonder and possibility. Our journey to bringing Izzy into this world was long, with 7 rounds of IUI and a miscarriage before our first round of the IVF led to little Mr. Izzy. Throughout the whole process, we kept joking that we weren't big universe people, except the universe kept showing up in our journey. The night we found out our very first IUI was unsuccessful, we got to see the Aurora Borealis in Greeley, Colorado. It made anything seem possible. Right after our IVF transfer, we escaped to the mountains for a few days. That night, Ace saw a shooting star and kept yelling, "I saw a shooting star, we're having a baby!"
Dangerous pregnancy test.
Throughout the whole process of bringing Izzy into this world, we both felt so much more open to these little moments of magic.
He agrees.
Yeah, right? Over and over again, we found ourselves coming back to the poetry of Andrea Gibson, a local queer poet whose work we have both loved for years and who passed away just 2 days after our IVF transfer. What we love about their work is the way they capture the awe and wonder of the mundane. Our blessing for this name can be captured in these lines from Andrea Gibson's poem, Life Anthem. At the end of our lives, don't we want to say we celebrated the holiday of having bodies? Don't we want to know we lived like we never forgot we were born astonished and were never intended to grow out of our awe? Izzy, we hope you never grow out of your awe for this world. I just want to give a little note about this chair. This is my family's McTavish chair. I don't know exactly where the name comes from. My dad has a much better version of this story. McTavish? We were joking last night, this is the first time that a McTavish has ever been involved in a bris. But it was very, very important to us to have this chair here as the chair of Elijah, to involve my dad's side of the family, and the wisdom and the knowledge that come with the chair. And
Tell the story.
yeah, I would love for you to tell the story if you can. I think it fits into all the bits and pieces.
Izzy's,
Great.
You can come.
yeah. Izzy's great-great-grandfather, Carlisle Coolidge Lewis, was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm not really sure of his parentage. It was said he was adopted. It's hard to say. He was one of 6 or 8 kids. I think it was 6. Yes, 3 men and 3 women. And it was Grandpa Kai to us. Did you get to meet him?
I did, briefly. He passed when I was 5.
He was hilarious. He would always, we'd be driving down the road and he would talk about do not pass when we had a do not pass sign, or he had my sister believing for years that this clock that he did not have installed in his Pontiac T37, if you put your hand in there, it was a manta ray horn. And you put your hand in there, you talk the other side. There's just a little taste of Grandpa. My mother was dyslexic and wasn't really diagnosed at the time, his daughter. And she struggled at school a lot. And so he would chip off a chair. He did. I have the letter actually at home. He chipped off a chair, or a piece of the chair, it's probably underneath somewhere, I assume, and wrote her this note about the McTavish chair, and I'm sending you a splinter that you can sit on when you study and take your exams, because the wisdoms of the ages comes through, of the McTavish family, come through by sitting on the chair. And he wrote this beautiful letter to my mother, boosting her confidence with this myth, or at least what I think was this myth of the McTavish chair. So that's what I know of the McTavish chair. Perhaps it's true. Grandpa Kai's gone now.
There's no way to confirm. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Well, I mean, it just feels incredibly appropriate to have a chair that has its own narrative and mythology be the chair of Elijah, which also has its own narrative and mythology. It feels very appropriate, and so may all of that ancestral wisdom from all traditions come through seep into the soul of this beautiful being. I think he's telling us that we've all been talking enough. I had a whole Devar Torah prepared about the significance of Pesach and Brit Milah, but I'm going to skip it. And we're going to rewrap him in his... We're going to wrap all three of you in Grandpa Jake's, great-grandpa Jake's beautiful talit.
Oh, please do minutes to your left foot. Thank you.
You did really good. And it is my honor to give him, hi, Uncle Shalit. The Birkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing is the blessing that God instructed Moses to tell his brother Aaron to give to the people. And it's the quintessential blessing about peace and wholeness and safety in the world. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'eh Adonai panav b'chumecha. Ta Adonai panav elecha v'yaseh lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine on you and be gracious to you. And may God always lift up that bright, shiny face to you with the blessing of shalom, of peace, of wholeness, of integrity, being who you need to be in this world with the full guidance of amazing parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and ancestors going back who are helping guide you to be who you need to be in this world. Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov. For some kosher Pesach nosh, no bagels. And
Let's go.
Yeah. I know,
you getting some macaroons?
St. Paul's Inn. Right? Yeah. Or you can have a healthy dinner club within the last 24 hours.
And a big mazel tov in Chicago as always to Dr. Karen Susskind.
Congratulations, all friends and family.
Chag Sameach, everybody.
That it does.
Thanks so much.
Beautiful what they shared about the names and the heritage.
Have you seen Mark?
Did it? Say what?
I haven't seen him. He's great. Good friend.
He was here at
Doing okay. He's retired now.
He just retired. But you know he was
I did not. Well, I know because everyone died, but I didn't know he was
he's doing fine. Serious fine. Yeah.
I would have thought somebody at the hospital got word out that maybe
He's very private.
Yeah, he is.
You know, some of the other victims. It's like He's asked to be on the you know him, so you know that.
Yeah, no, he was always back there.
Humble guy, very smart.
We just were at a lunch in front of this hospital.